Hi children, how are you? Hope you're all doing good, right? Fine. Okay, children, shall we start the session with prayer? Right? Close your eyes, join your hands, and listen to me. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya मृत्योर्मामृदङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Fine children, now slowly open your eyes, rub your hands and have a gentle pressure on your eyes. Great children. Have a pleasant day. Right. So, shall we start our session? Good. So, till now, what did we see? Yes, we are seeing about trials of fiber. Right? How the fabrics are made from fiber. What are the different fabrics present in our world? Okay. How they are manufacturing. Likewise, we are seeing about the fabrics and fibers, right? So what is fabric, children? Fabric is a cloth which can be manufactured by weaving process. So weaving of threads like cotton, nylon, wool, silk, etc. Right? So where the threads can be obtained, children? It can be obtained from fiber. So what is fiber? They are thin hair-like strands. Got it? So from what are the sources of fiber? We can be obtain the fiber either from nature or from some chemical process. Those fibers are termed as synthetic fiber, right? Natural fiber can be obtained either from plant or from animals. Synthetic fiber can be obtained from chemical laboratory through some chemical process, right? And these are the examples for both natural fiber and synthetic fiber, right? So among that, we first saw about cotton, right? To manufacture a cotton fabric, we need a cotton fiber. Okay, there are some process involved through which the cotton fiber can be converted into a cotton fabric. Right, what are the process? Ginning process, spinning, weaving and knitting. Right, through ginning process, the cotton will be extracted from the cotton balls. And by the spinning process, the cottons yarn are made from the cottons. Okay, the cotton yarn are made from the cottons, and using weaving or knitting process, the cotton fabric can be manufactured, right? Then we saw about jute, right? So jute can be obtained from jute plant, which can be harvested at 3 to 4 months old, and it dried under the sun to remove the leaves, and it undergo the retching process in which the jute plant will be soaked in water for a week so that it loosens the fiber. Next, it undergone washing and drying process in which the fibers will be washed in a clean running water and hang on a bamboo for 2 to 3 days for drying, right? Then those fibers are then spun into yarn, and with the help of weaving process we can weave a jute fabric, right? Then we saw about flax. We can obtain the flax fiber from flax plant. Okay, it undergone the same process as in case of jute, and we can produce a fabric, namely linen fabric, right? So this linen fabric is suitable for warm weather as it readily absorbs sweat. Okay, it also used in paper industry, right? Then we saw about coir. Coir fiber can be obtained from husk of coconut. What is the husk? It is the outer layer of coconut, right? So extracting that husk, we will get the coconut fiber, that is coir. This undergoes some process, and then at the last stage we can manufacture ropes, carpets, etc. from coir. Could you clear, children? So next, today we are going to see about wool. Right. Do everybody know about wool now? For what we are using wool? Yeah, right. To weave or to knit sweaters. Okay. To wear in case of winter. Right. So, wool is a natural fiber which can be obtained from animals. Could you clear? Till now, we saw about the natural fibers that can be obtained from plants. Now, we are going to see the natural fibers that can be obtained from animals. Could you clear? So, wool is a natural fiber that can be obtained from animals. Right. So, what type of animals can produce this wool fiber? Let's see. Those animals are sheep, yak, rabbit, and camel. Those who have long hairs on their body, no, those type of animals are suitable for getting the wool fiber. Right. So, we can obtain the wool from sheep, yak, rabbit, and camel. Okay, they are used to make clothes for cold weather. Okay, and the characteristics of wool are heat insulating and durable. Right. So, the wool can be gathered from the fleece of animals. Okay, fleas are nothing but the hairs of animals. Okay, what type of animals? What are the animals? The animals may be sheep, goat, yak, rabbit, and camel. The fleas are known as hairs. Okay, the fluffy hairs are known as fleas. Could you understand, children? So, wool can be obtained from the fleece of these animals. Right. It can be obtained using shearing process. Shearing process is nothing but process of removing the wool from the particular animal. That process is called shearing. And the one who perform this action is called shearer. Could you understand, children? See at this picture, a man is removing the wool from a sheep. This process is called shearing, and the person is called shearer. By this process, we can collect the wool from animals, and we can send the collected wool to the mills or factories for manufacturing the clothes. Could you clear, children? In this way, the woolen fabric can be manufactured. So, wool fiber can be obtained from animals, those who have more fleece. Okay, some animals are goat, sheep, yak, right, and camel. Okay, the process of removing wool from the particular animal is called shearing, and the person who performs this action is called shearer. Could you clear? After removal of wool, the wool can be given to mill or factory for the manufacturing of woolen fabrics. Could you clear, children? Next, we are going to see about silk. Right. What will you think about silk? What will suddenly come to your mind when you hear about the word silk? Yes, silk sarees, right? Very good, children. How those silk sarees can be manufactured? With the help of silk thread. Okay, how the silk is coming from? Where the silk is coming from? we can see here, right? Silk is a natural fiber. We can obtain the silk from cocoons of silkworm. Okay, silkworm is also a animal. Okay, from that silkworms we can obtain the silk, right? So we can use the silk to make saris, kurtas, bedsheets, etc. And the characteristics of silk are shiny and lightweight. Okay, children, shall we see about silk? So the silk thread can be obtained from cocoons of silk. Cocoons are nothing but the small ball-like structures of silkworms. The next stage of silkworms are these cocoons. Okay, from these cocoons only we can obtain the silk thread. How these cocoons are made? Let's see, children. It is made with the help of sericulture process. By what process it is made? It is made with the help of sericulture process. Could you clear? Sericulture process is nothing but cultivation of silkworm for the production of silk. Okay, cultivation of silkworm for the production of silk is called sericulture. What is going on here? Initially, the silkworms are fed with mulberry leaves for few days. Okay, the farmers fed the silkworm with mulberry leaves for few days. After few days, the silkworm secreted a type of liquid from its mouth. Okay, that liquid is turned into silk thread. Okay, that liquid is called cocoons, which is then turned into silk thread, from which we can obtain the silk thread. In this way, the silkworm produces silk. Right, a single silk thread will be of length 2500 feet. What is the length of single silk thread? 2500 feet. Okay, it is so expensive. Okay, the silk is so expensive. Okay, could you clear, children? What is sericulture? It is the process of cultivating silkworm to produce silk. This is called sericulture. Okay, could you clear, children? So look at this picture. How we obtain the silk from a silkworm. Right, it is the life cycle of a silkworm. At the initial stage, it lays eggs. From the eggs, silkworm will be hatched. Okay, this silkworms are filled with mulberry leaves. Okay, the next stage will be an adult silkworm, which will emit a liquid from its mouth. Okay, which is called cocoons. Right, from those cocoons we can obtain the silk thread. Okay, if we leave that cocoon in sense, it will hatched into caterpillars. From the caterpillars, the butterfly will be came out. Could you clear, children? So this is about the life cycle of a silkworm. Could you clear? Very good, children. So next we are going to see about synthetic fibers, right? Synthetic fiber can be obtained from chemical laboratory through some chemical process. Some of the synthetic fibers are nylon, polyester and acrylic. Right, so first we are going to see about nylon. It is a synthetic fiber. It is lightweight. Okay, then so strong. It is resistant to insect too. It is used in the manufacture of toothbrush, bristles of toothbrush, right? And military clothes have been made with the help of nylon fabric only. Then parachutes and seat belts, right? The seat belts of car or any other vehicles are made of nylon and ropes, right? The one used to dry our clothes. Okay, these were all made by nylon fabrics because of its strength and durability, right? So nylon is a synthetic fiber. It is easy to wash, it is lightweight, okay, it has high strength and durability, and it is resistant to insect. Could you clear? Then polyester. It is often mixed with cotton in order to manufacture a fabric, right? It is used in manufacturing home furnishing items such as bed sheets, curtains and cushions. And its characteristics are wrinkle resistant, durable and color retention. It retains color for long last. Okay, since cotton fabric can be paid, right, its color may gone for after some days, right? But this polyester may retain the color of the fabric. This is the main difference between cotton fabric and the polyester fabric, right? So next, acrylic. Acrylic is nothing but it looks like wool, but it is cheaper than wool. Could you clear, children? It looks like wool, but it is cheaper than wool. So we can use acrylic fabric instead of using a wool. Okay, children, could you understand? So using this acrylic, we can manufacture sweaters, shawls and scarves. Okay, children, could you clear? So these are about synthetic fibers. Okay, synthetic fibers can be obtained by chemical process. Some of the synthetic fibers are nylon, polyester, acrylic. Okay, nylon is a synthetic fiber which is lightweight, strong and easy to wash. It has high strength and durability and resistant to insect. Next, polyester. It is mixed with cotton in order to produce a fabric. Mainly it is used for making home furnishing items such as bed sheets, curtains and cushions. Next, coming to acrylic. It looks like wool. Very good. So we can use acrylic instead of wool as it is cheaper. Okay, this acrylic fabric also used in manufacturing sweaters, shawls, scarves, etc. Okay, children, now it's your homework part. So complete your practice zone 4 of your concept book. The first question is, what are the sources of wool and silk fibers? Second question, you have to write the uses of wool and silk fibers. Okay, so complete your work and don't forget to upload your work in the Google Classroom app. You're being watched, right? So complete your works properly. Could you understand, children? Thank you. We can meet in the next session. Till then, stay connected, stay safe. Bye.